Good evening, and welcome to episode 3 of The Last Voyage, our little horror role-playing game that we're running here on Figment RP. The year is 1914, and our adventurers are aboard the ship, the RMS Pelican. Over the last couple of hours, strange things have started happening aboard the ship. People have started seeing things, and then not seeing things. They found memories coming back to them from the past, horrors that they thought that escaped. And now they're onto some sort of mystery aboard the ship. They're trying to figure out what is happening. They found a dead body of a woman. Well, not just dead, but shriveled. A woman called Belinda St. John Smythe, a socialite who they found in her room, shriveled like an empty husk. And then there was this investigator called Timothy West who came to the room, and he said that he'd seen the dead body of Archibald Wells, the lead archaeologist of an expedition who brought an artifact, a strange artifact, onto the ship. When they went to his room, they didn't find anything, and suddenly Timothy West was gone. Where we left off, they were in the cargo hold looking for answers. With me, I have Chandler playing Jason McMillan. How is Jason feeling right now, Chandler?
Jason's a little perturbed at the moment, actually, yes. So throughout the last adventure that we were having, he kept getting these visions of a man who had stabbed him years before while he was on a case. He's a journalist, often dealing with some pretty high-profile situations on his way home from London. And last he saw, one of our party had decided to go swing fists into the darkness, and he's just getting a little tense, and he's not okay. Thank you for asking.
And then I have Jada playing Flo. How's Flo feeling at the moment?
Flo. Flo is feeling a little bit confused. Flo's watched someone that they respected. They think might also have killed somebody, but they're still in the party. And in general, there just seems to be a wandering. Flo, as part of the ship, feels a lot of guilt for watching one of their shipmates go overboard and not being able to save them. And in general, they keep hearing this voice, this cold hand threatening them, and they're remembering things from their childhood in Osnabrück in Germany that are making them question a lot of what they've known about their grandfather.
Thank you. And then with me I have Idemar playing Fred Hilt. What is Fred Hilt up to at the moment?
Up to, well, not what he would want to be doing. Really, it's going through a new kind of adventure. Yeah, Fred is used to stress, used to pressure, but not that kind of stress. So he's a little bit rattled and really starting to doubt his usual habit of flashing a smile or punching whatever danger or opportunity is presented.
Of course, for context, last episode, there was a darkness inside the cargo hold, and they saw Timothy West, this investigator, being pulled into the darkness. And Fred did the sensible thing, which was to charge in and attack the darkness. At which point something grabbed him and started pulling him off.
Yep.
Then, lastly, I have with me Kathy playing Sam, our resident war veteran. How is Sam feeling at the moment?
Well, Sam is having flashbacks from the trenches. He's seeing visions of his friends, their deaths that really happened. He's super drunk as well. He stayed. He got the bar to stay open and had a bunch of drinks. So he's very, very confused at the minute.
Excellent. Now that we've got us all caught up, we are in the cargo hold at the moment, and the lights have come back on. Whatever mysterious thing was pulling Fred off from the darkness has let go of him, and he's fallen to the ground. And this is where we pick up.
Ed? Are you alright?
Yeah, sure, I'm fine, sure. That thing had a hold of me. It dragged me, tried to drag me that way.
What was it?
I don't know, but it was strong.
Was it a man or a beast?
I don't. Sam, honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
We should get what we came here for and leave.
We're not going to address our poor. This, look, what happened to him? Why is there such a big hole? I don't. What's going on? Fred, look. We didn't see anything. You disappeared, and now this guy's dead. I mean.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, like, this is the second time we've seen you alone with a dead person.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're thinking, but really, I'm not a hero. I'm just doing what I think...
No, that's not what I'm saying at all, Fred.
What are you saying, then? What are you...
I'm saying I don't know what to think about you.
Fred, did you kill him? Did you kill him?
No. All right. Let me give you some evidence, okay? Look, I reach into my shirt pocket and I pull out.
Flo pulls out a gun. As Fred reaches into his pocket, Flo just lets their Derringer just sneak down their arm.
Should I stop? I don't. Are you gonna
very
shoot
slowly, Fred. Very.
Right.
Very slowly.
Slowly, I pick out a note from the pocket. It's folded in two, so I unfold it, and I hand it over to Jason, and I say, "Look, this is her handwriting. You've been reading like her letters and journals or whatever when we were in her room. She wrote her room number and an invitation for me to come. This is." I don't know if you've seen this kind of thing before. This is what it looks like when they like you and they invite you over. So that's...
Watch it, Fred. You're in no position to be making jokes right now.
Okay.
Look, this doesn't say shit to me. So she called you to her room. It doesn't mean that you didn't do anything while you were there. I'm sorry, man. This is all just so crazy. There's a lot that I can't explain, and the least of which is your involvement right now.
The cargo hold that you're in right now, this second part of it, is larger, and it opens up into a very, very long space. There's a lot of boxes and different crates, things like wrapped in rope. And just as Jason finishes this sentence, there's a shaking in the room, and you see some of the smaller items kind of falling to the floor. Very abrupt shake that then stops, and you hear something similar to a person yelling a little further down.
Is there someone here?
Jason also grabs his pistol from his boot now, or his shoe, and gets ready.
Flo starts moving towards the noise. Hello? Hello?
The lights in the cargo hold are flickering, similar to what they've done earlier. And as you walk down, the flickering gets more intense, and you all hear these faint hints of whispers in the air around you.
Did anybody else hear the voices?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Well, maybe not.
We must stay close. Except Fred. Fred, you can go over there.
Look, that ain't me. I'm not doing that. How could I?
Just keep your distance, all right?
Yeah, Fred, you ain't proved nothing yet, and there's 2 dead bodies, so...
How about we all just make sure that we're within sight, but not too close, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. After you, men with guns, lead the way.
Actually, I propose maybe our hero takes the lead.
Sure, and I start walking towards the yelling.
It's very, very distant, and it's strange because considering how large this open cargo hold is, it should be clearer, but it feels very distant. It comes again once in a while, and you hear kind of the echo of it bouncing between the walls. Then, as you walk ahead, you see from behind some crates, you see an arm sticking out.
All right, I point at it and I raise my other hand and I say, "That ain't me. You go ahead and look at that. That I didn't do that."
Stay where you are, Fred. And Jason walks past Fred, kind of looking at the others like, "You think it's a good idea?" As he's kind of inching towards the arm, and he's got a gun, so he figures maybe I shouldn't take the lead.
Flo follows, but at a distance.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, he slowly makes his way to go get a closer look at this arm.
As you move past this large stack of crates, you see the origin of where the arm sticks out, and you see the body of this man, Timothy West, propped up against the crates. There's a hole in his stomach, and what should be blood coming out is this black, gooish liquid, slightly similar to what you saw in the officer that attacked you on the deck last episode, the man who started transforming into this strange creature with dark hands and claws. And in his hand there's a note that is fallen out.
Then at first he's just Jesus. You just see him walk up to the body to reach to get the note. Jason's not very good at communication.
That's fair. Also, as you see the body, I'd like you to roll a sanity check.
Hooray. Find it. Sanity.
That is a failure. You lose 2 sanity points. And you see Jason walking ahead and checking this thing, and Jason throws up.
Oh.
What's there, Jason? What's there?
It's
You got
bad.
his goddamn eyes out again?
Oh, I don't know if this is worse or better. Sorry.
Let me look.
I don't know. I didn't feel really well there for a moment. I mean, you know what? Sure. Have a look.
It's identical to the note that Fred found in Belinda's hand. Again, with these strange symbols on it.
Do these symbols look anything like the letter that Flo has from their grandfather?
The symbols are different, but they look like they could be from the same script.
I very slowly reach into that same shirt pocket and I pull out another note showing you that, Belinda had the same thing in her hand. The same symbols.
Are these hieroglyphs? I heard
No.
about these in Egypt.
No, they're not.
Like anything I've seen on the news, no. Wait, Fred. Do you mean to tell me you've been holding on to this entire time?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything?
Well, I mean, it was really not very interesting, was it? Didn't seem important.
Didn't seem important.
Where was it?
In her hand.
You touched her?
No, I haven't. She dropped it after I came into the room.
I thought you said
But
you
she
liked
was-
Fred.
I thought you said she was dead.
Yeah. It fell from her hand, I think.
Fred, your story's not adding up much, I tell you that.
Right. Look, we were all standing in the same room, and we all experienced that weird crap that was happening. We all felt like it went dark, and then we were very far away from each other. All of a sudden, we heard, I saw the light that you were holding, the flame in your hand. Flo, it looked like you were standing dozens of feet away from me. Not like 5 feet like you were before the lights went out. We all saw the strange things happen in this room. So unless
Yeah,
you think I have
strange
some
things are
magic
happening.
powers, then I don't see how I could be involved in this any more than you are.
Fred, the strange things are happening around you.
What?
Kid's got her point.
Yeah, you're the lightning rod for all of this. Nothing was happening bad. I was having a drink till you showed up with all this nonsense.
Oh. You think it's
Although-
happening around me?
Everywhere we go with you, there's dead bodies.
Huh.
You know, it is true that the room wasn't the first time I saw something weird tonight. But it was right after I saw Fred for the first time tonight. It was in the lounge. Just some strange stuff was going on there too. I don't know. I can't make any sense out of this.
I don't know what to say.
The room shakes again,
Oh.
abruptly,
God.
and the lights flicker
Right.
in more quick fashion.
Should we go find the cargo and get out of here? It's not safe with anyone around here.
Whoa, though. Wasn't Fred the one that said this whole time that there was something interesting about the cargo? Wasn't Fred the one who had such an interest in all this from the very beginning? Jason starts to get up in Fred's face. Like, if you know something, you need to start telling us right now.
All I know is it's all I told you. That's all. You know everything. It's just a suspicion. I knew they were up to no good. I know what these people act like. I know what people who have illegal things look like.
Jason, you start hearing a voice in your head that says, "Yes, it's all his fault. Put the blame on him and claim the glory for yourself."
No, look, listen. It's just I probably
I can make you famous. I can make you the greatest journalist of all time. But only you can claim this prize. Only you.
Shut up.
it's
And you
them.
see that he's not talking to you at all. Like, he's looking somewhere, like almost to the side while he's saying this. Almost like he's talking to you, but not really, Fred.
No, I'm not gonna shut up. No, listen, it's them. It's the archaeologists. I know what happened. They were there in the lounge with all of us. They were there when I went in there and I started nosing around. They got their mark on me or something.
Points his gun at you. It's like, show me right now.
What?
If you know something, go. Go to this cargo. Show us. Go. Walk.
All right, man. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I'm looking at Flo as well, just to make sure everyone sees me.
Flo's gun is down. They're really freaked out.
All right. I slowly walk backwards away from you with my hands in the air. Towards well, actually, did we see the specific piece of cargo that was theirs? There was the
You just saw at one point, as you were boarding the ship, you just saw the archaeologists standing around a large crate.
So
of
do we
some
see it
sort.
here?
Large wooden crate. So the strange thing is, normally you wouldn't expect this cargo hold to be this long room. You'd expect it to be divided into smaller rooms, but there's something strange about this room. It just seems to stretch on forever. And as far as the eye can see, far off into the darkness. And as you walk on, it seems to open up into a room that's larger than it should be, considering the size of the ship.
Oh, Jesus, man. It might take longer than I thought it would to find the crate in the first place.
And it's almost as if the sections of the cargo hold repeat as you keep walking down, almost as if you're walking in circles.
I swear we've been here before. Are you messing with the spread? Are you taking me on a goose chase here?
Uh,
Have we turned at all? I don't
no.
understand.
No, man. Someone is messing with all of us.
Flo, you hear a whisper from your pocket. You can't quite make out the words, almost as if it's speaking in a language you don't understand.
Which pocket is it?
It is your right pocket.
Flo, you start to see Flo stops, and they're stopped still, and they're staring down at their pants. These like very oversized, like boys cargo, uniform pants. And then they start slapping.
The rest of you don't see anything in their pocket.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Get this off. Get this off. And Flo just like opens their pants and steps out of them, just like literally rips them off of themselves.
Flo, I'd like you to roll sanity.
I do not feel particularly sane. Still successful.
Oh, well.
Still a success. You manage to catch yourself just as you're like pulling your pants off, and then like the pocket seems normal again.
I sort of have the pants like half around my knees, and I'm wearing these like big, like boys bloomers sorts of things. But I can, at this point, I can get to where the inner lining of the pocket is,
Mm-hmm.
and I just sort of like flip it out to try to get whatever's out of there like out, and I push the pocket out of the pants. Is there anything there?
The letter that you found is somehow in the pocket and folds out.
That's in my room.
Hey, man. It's okay. It's all right.
Does Fred touch Flo?
No, I take a small step forward, but I'm still quite far away from you, like a few steps away. But I take a small step forward and I just reach with my hands and I say, it's okay.
There's something wrong. This isn't supposed to be here. I don't... Was ist das? Ich weiß nicht. Das ist nicht richtig.
What is that, kid? What's going on?
I think at this point, like hearing both Jason and Fred sort of snaps Flo out of this, and they sort of realize that their pants are half done around their ankles, and sort of just pull them up really like desperately and start redoing them, and reaches down and grabs the letter and just stuffs it back in their pocket. Mm-hmm. It's nothing. I don't shouldn't have been here.
It's okay, friend. We didn't see nothing.
A lot of something for a bit of nothing, but okay.
We should go. We should. This is useless. We're walking in circles.
What is Sam thinking in all of this?
he's thinking he's not trusting Fred at all at this point, and he's really, really worried that everybody else is losing their minds, including him. But he can tell that they haven't turned around at all, and then it makes no sense that this area is so big.
Mm-hmm. I'd like everyone to do an intelligence roll.
How intelligent is he?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna find intelligence. Sorry, 1 second.
Very smart people that roll really poorly.
Oh, I did okay.
Oof.
Hard success.
Hard success. Then we just need Fred as well.
Yeah. Intelligence. Yeah.
Oh. Everyone has 80 intelligence except Fred, who has 40.
Yep.
Suddenly a lot of things are making a lot more sense.
Totally.
You're all like kind of walking like as you continue walking down after you find your composure flow, you eventually start to kind of see a pattern. You start to see where, although it seems like this all stretches on forever in repetition, you start seeing places where there's a change, where something is a little different. And it feels as if there's an external force that's deliberately playing tricks on your mind. And when you come to that realization, you just kind of focus your mind, and then I'd like you to roll a power check.
That is a failure.
Mm-hmm. You reach out with your mind to kind of dispel whatever this illusion is to your mind. You succeed in it, but you, as Flo kind of concentrates and kind of like looks around, you see like a nosebleed starting to come from Flo's nose, and Flo looks very, very pale. But you, Flo, you now see that you as you dispel this illusion that you're in, you see that you're in a much larger open section of the cargo hold, where you see a large crate in the middle with crates scattered around it.
Stop. There's something was playing with us.
And also you lose 2 sanity points.
That's totally valid.
And by the way,
just a quick little aside. You're going. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do a sanity check. I meant to edit it. You're not doing super hot.
Mm-hmm. But you all see the nosebleed and the paleness and the shaking.
Flo, are you okay? I mean, you don't look okay at all. I mean, what's happening?
you
So
need
was-
to-
Does anyone have a handkerchief?
Yes.
No, mine seems to be gone.
Dankeschön. So, I think there's something playing with us. But I concentrated. Do you see it now? There's just one box.
Hey, you
For us,
okay?
there's one box and the little boxes. I think we found it.
As Flo says that, I'd like everyone else to do a power check as well.
Hard success, Jason and Sam. Oh, of course.
Boom.
So everyone except Fred sees this thing now, sees this large crate, massive crate with crates scattered around it. Fred, you still just see the same cargo hold.
You're talking
just-
nonsense, man. He's
Stretch.
losing it.
Sam?
Sorry.
Jason, did you see it?
Yeah. What the hell? But it This wasn't here. Well, hey, Sam, you seeing this?
I see it. I see that giant crate. You know, it's so strange. But I say this whole night's been strange. Let's just open this thing and see what's what.
Are there locks or
You see around the crate, you see these other smaller crates, and each crate seems to have a symbol embedded in it.
wait? Who has a knot? Who has the knot with all of this little?
I have one, so.
Yeah.
Well, does he look the same?
Do what look the
They-
same?
There are 7 crates and 7 symbols.
Flo just reaches over and snags the note out of Fred's hand. Stay here.
Right.
Does Fred allow this?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Fred's done.
Well, you see these 4 symbols then on the note.
Okay, let's take a look. Jason immediately just goes to check the crates to see if these symbols match any of the ones on the crates.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They're in this square on the note. Should we move them to be a square or?
No. And is it one symbol per crate, or do they all
Yes,
have the same?
there's 7
configuration?
symbols, and there's 1 per
Okay.
crate.
Does the big one have a symbol?
No.
Okay.
No, well, the big one has all the symbols.
Right.
The big one has every symbol. So do we just go big or go home?
I say we open them. I say we open them all, see what's happening.
Maybe it's an order. There's like a configuration of the symbols on the page. Maybe that's some sort of system. I don't know.
Oh God,
Uh,
this is all a dream. You're also in my imagination, and now I'm as if I'm invisible, just looking at you, solving the mystery.
Fred, you're not invisible, okay? She's just.
Fred, I'd like
stand
you
in the
to
corner.
roll I'd like you to roll a sanity check.
Oh, please.
A hard sanity check.
A hard.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You failed. You're starting to really question everything right now. You're starting to question whether or not you're actually on the ship, whether or not these people are actually around you, whether what happened to you earlier actually was there, whether
Yeah.
you were actually grabbed by anything. Did Belinda ever exist? Did she ever give you her number? Are you even here? Are you still like, did something horrible happen to you during an expedition, and are you like stuck in some kind of institution where you're just imagining all of this? You're just having all of these like ideas at once, and you lose just 2 sanity points, but still.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Archaeologist with a mysterious box on his ship. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's too perfect. It's. I just go and I sit on one of the smaller crates. Maybe even one of the 7 with the symbols, if I can manage to like get there and just absent-mindedly sit on one of them without even noticing it's there.
Oh, sure, yeah, because you still think you're in one of the other. You still think you're in the normal one. Sure,
Yeah.
you sit on one of the absent-mindedly sit on one of the crates.
Oh God. Oh, what's happening?
As you sit on the crate, you all see the rest of you. You see this symbol starting to light up. The rest of you, not Fred, because he still doesn't.
Fred, stand up! Stand up!
From where? What? I'm not really here.
Jason just walks up to him, grabs him by the arm, and throws him off. He's like, just move, Fred.
I'm a wet noodle. You can grab me and do whatever you want.
And then he just throws you on the floor, like, useless.
Fred falls onto the floor. As you fall onto the floor, I'd like you to roll another power check for me.
A power check.
Come on. Yay.
The impact from you hitting the ground shakes you out of the illusion that you're trapped in, and suddenly you see yourself surrounded by these things. You see the glowing crate that you were just thrown off of cease to glow with the symbol. The symbol, by the way, that's glowing is the one that's on the bottom left on the note that you can see. This kind of like sickle-shaped symbol.
Oh. Oh, these crates.
What the hell? So Jason just very frightenedly just kind of puts his hand on the crate to see if something will happen.
Okay. Again, you see the symbol starting to light up.
Okay.
Flo walks over to another crate and
Mhm.
touches that one.
Which one?
Upper left, the diamond with the spot in it.
Okay, cool. As you do that, the symbols start to glow red and the crates start to shake.
Flo takes her hand off.
Yeah, Jason takes his hand up as well.
Mm-hmm. You notice also, Flo, the remaining 3 symbols on the other crates match the ones on the letter that you had.
Flo pulls the letter out of their pocket
Mm-hmm.
and stares at it.
Mm-hmm. Flo, you see this. Ooh.
This doesn't make any sense. Ich weiß nicht. I don't understand.
What is that, kid? What do you have in your hand?
Es ist von meinem Opa, my grandfather. I'm going to find the man this was for, but these symbols, they are my letter.
Yeah. There's 3 there. They're over there. What does it say around it?
I don't know. It's not. I see Japanese, but the rest I don't. I've never seen something like this before.
No.
But could it be a clock? It's
It looks like a clock.
it's a clock, but there's only 11. It's just missing the 3.
Okay. Look, I don't get it. What are we
This is
studying here?
This is not like any clock I've ever.
Where is this letter from?
From my grandfather. He was holding it when he died.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to him?
He was killed. I found him in the house when I came back from getting the wood.
Anything weird?
He was dead. That was weird.
That's not what I mean. You've seen Belinda and the investigator.
Yeah, anything like today kind of weird.
I don't remember.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. This is already really useful. Thank you.
I don't know. I just don't know.
So Jason's kind of gonna walk away, thinking a little bit, and just tries different combinations of the symbols. So first one's, is it possible to like hold 2 of the crates at the same time? Are they arm length apart, or would you need 7 people to do them at the same time?
You would need 7 people to do it at the same time.
Okay. Then he tries the one with the like the diamond with the dot.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, do they turn off instantly when you let go, or is it kind of like they fade away?
They fade away.
They fade away, so they do last for a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
he tries to see where the square would be.
Mm-hmm.
First, he holds on to the diamond with the dot, and then kind of runs over to the square to see if he can activate that one and get them to stay on.
It fades just as you reach the next one.
Damn it. Okay. He just kind of keeps trying.
Sam, in that moment, you, between some of the boxes a little further away, you see a glimpse again of your army buddy that you've seen before. You see them kind of reaching out from the darkness, and they say, don't open them, don't open them. And then they're kind of pulled away.
Johnny? Johnny? Guy, I saw Johnny. We cannot open these boxes. I think they're the devil's work. Johnny always had me right. Always had me right in the trenches. We must not open these.
Hey, look.
We must
look.
not touch them even. You're touching them all over the place. I stop touching them.
Well, what do you expect us to do? This is all we have. Who are we going to talk to? What are we
Johnny
gonna do?
says not to touch him. Don't touch him.
There's no one here.
Sam?
It's just us.
Johnny was just there. Johnny!
Sam?
Yeah?
There was no one there.
But Johnny was right. Johnny was there.
Look, Sam,
Sam?
I've seen some shit. I've seen plenty of things.
As
Whatever's going on.
As you're talking, you hear a voice not so far ahead saying, "What's going on here?" And then you see, out of the darkness, you see Julia Hawk, this other archaeologist, and you see her being tailed by Miles Fairweather and Jonathan Reeve, her two colleagues. And she's holding a pistol.
There's the fuckers who are really behind all this.
You know, we could be asking you the same question. What is going on here? Huh?
We are trying to investigate the murder of our friend.
Would you mind putting those weapons down? Maybe we could talk about it.
I don't think I can trust any of you.
Belinda was your friend.
No, I'm not talking about that disgusting toad of a woman. I'm talking about Sir Archibald de Treese.
But he's not dead.
Then what was the body that I saw earlier?
There was a body.
I was supposed to meet him in his room for a chat, and I saw his dead body on the bed as I walked in.
We were in his rooms. There's no one there.
Whoa. His eyes. Was there something wrong with his eyes?
They were gone. Yes, why do you ask?
Well, at least one of us, found Miss St. John Smythe the same way. Just about a couple hours ago. So you mean to tell me that this happened to Archibald as well?
That seems to be the case. Miles behind this abrasive, more lazier and unsympathetic archaeologist says, "You were taking pictures of us earlier. You were trying to get information. I think you're in on it, in on this somehow."
Oh, spare me. Come on. I was just trying to take some photos to liven up the spirit. The place was like a morgue.
"Be that as it may," says Julia, "how did you get down here? You're not supposed to look at the cargo. This is a very important piece, and we cannot allow anyone else near it."
What is it?
"I am not at liberty to say." "Yes, and you should stay away from it."
Did you see the body? Did you see Timothy West? We followed him here. That's why we're here.
"Oh, that awful man. Did you see him?"
He's dead.
"Good riddance, I say."
What? What are you?
He,
He was trying to prevent us from doing important work.
Is this important work with those boxes?
We are supposed to bring this item to Miskatonic University, and he was trying to interfere with it.
These things are possessed by the devil or something.
There's no such thing as the devil. Don't be childish.
No, there is the devil. There's something wrong here. These boxes, they're cursed.
I'd like all of you to do a spot hidden check. No, a psychology check. Sorry, psychology check. Okay. Let's see. So Jason and Sam, you see this third person, Jonathan Reeve, who is behind them. He looks a little out of it. He looks a little pale. He also looks like his mind is partially gone, like he's in some sort of trance. And you also notice a faint shaking.
Is it similar to how Flo was behaving earlier?
No, this is different.
No, it's very different. Okay. So Jason kind of like nods over Julia's name, Julia's shoulder. Hey, what's wrong with him? Hey, buddy. You're not looking too good. You need to get some fresh air?
He doesn't respond, and she kind of looks at him. He just wasn't the same since he saw Archibald's body. He was the one who found him.
Hey, was he now? Jason kind of takes a step back from them. Very gently, very slowly, but he's not very comfortable being near it. He suspects that finding that body was not a good thing. Has he said anything since he found this body?
Not much. Sometimes he starts muttering to himself, but that's
All right. I have to ask, would you say that's a relatively normal and common trait from your friend?
I've seen stranger things.
From him?
Now, I think you should all back away and let us handle this matter.
Jason, give me your gun.
He's just kind of like flabbergasted, like, well, crap, if he throws it, he's gonna get shot, so, he doesn't really know what to do.
Well, I want to divert their attention then. If some play is going to get made by my friends, and I say, no, we're not going to leave. We're going to stay. And just, we're going to stay right here. And I stand up and I walk towards them. Just one step, but just one long step. And I stand there between our group and their group. And I go, no, we're going to stay right here until we get to the bottom of this. You're talking about dead people as if it's just minor things that you throw aside without even caring.
As you're talking, Jason just kind of like, he doesn't drop it hard, but he just kind of plants the gun on the ground and slides it across the floor towards Sam and just tries to step aside.
Okay, so I'd like Fred to do a fast talk.
No!
And then I'd like Jason to do a dexterity.
Dexterity, thought it, yeah.
Yes.
And Flo, having heard Sam, would also pull their pistol.
Mm-hmm. So you slide the pistol, or the gun, which just barely overshoots. So it slides a little too far.
Is there any...
And then Fred, you do a fast talk roll.
All right. No way I could make it into a charm or something.
You can argue for a charm. What's the angle on charming?
Well, I'm trying to put a facade of someone who's righteously indignant, and I mean rightly so. They really are awful, and in my mind, I'm the hero, putting myself at risk for my friends.
Not
So
your
charming.
So charming. Very, very charming.
That work?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. All right. Good thing too.
A hard success. As you're walking up towards them, your confidence as you speak seems to cause them to hesitate a little bit. Sam,
Yeah.
you do have a short moment to pick up the pistol if you want. So you pick it up. As you do that, Miles also pulls out a gun.
Of course.
Flo raises their gun at Miles.
Oh my god.
I'm
All
just
right, says Julia. All right, this can either turn very bloody very fast, or we can figure out a solution. Miles says, I don't care about solution. I think we should just shoot these people and have it over with.
You shoot them, I'll shoot you.
yeah, I fancy my chances. I'm just back from war, boy.
Hey, look. Answers sound really good to me. Okay.
Miles says there, I didn't know they had a war veteran amongst them. You didn't tell me this. Shut up, Miles, says
What,
Julia.
have you been vetting us? What do you
Of course.
know?
Of course we've been vetting you. We know all about you.
We didn't. Look, I'm just trying to get home. I don't know why. Like, what do you possibly know that you could have predicted that we would be involved in this?
I just work on the ship.
You don't just work on the ship, do you? Flora?
Flo turns dead white.
What are
Who are you? Who are you people?
I thought your grandfather would have told us.
Shit.
For
It
this,
is them.
this told me what?
Didn't he also make a deal? Did he never tell you about the deal he made?
they talking about, kid?
What deal?
You really don't know.
The gun in Flo's hand, or in Flora's hand, is shaking, and she's very, very clearly shaken. What are you talking about?
And you, Mr. Macmillan?
Well, I mean,
That case that you were investigating, that was no ordinary case, was it?
if it's just stolen items, it's like any other interesting thing in the world. What does this have to do with anything?
That book, that specific book, you were not supposed to meddle in that affair.
Well, I did what I need to do to get a dime. I think you understand that.
I understand this, but you should know that there's a price for such a behavior.
Only price I'm worried about is my fee when I get home. The rest of it, have whatever you want. I don't care. I just want tonight to be done.
And you, Sam, there were many times at war when you should have been dead, isn't that right? Many times when just a little stroke of luck caught you and you made it out alive when your friends didn't. Do you think that was just your fortune? Do you think that was not some other power at play?
I think it's a roll of the dice of war, and I walk through the raindrops, and that's all about it.
You haven't been seeing anything strange lately? Any strange sightings? Any strange visions?
Like, that's none of your goddamn business, is what that is.
And you, Mr. Hilt?
What?
What did you find on your expeditions? Find anything interesting? Anything strange?
All kinds of things. All kinds of ancient artifacts, things.
Ever been
objects.
to Egypt?
Yeah.
Well, there we have it. You've all been touched. You've all made deals that you perhaps didn't know, or you've meddled with deals that you shouldn't have meddled with.
I've done nothing. You know my Opa, you know my grandfather, and what? What exactly? What does this have to do with the boxes and the dead people and...
Who was willing to give up a lot to protect you, Flora?
He's dead.
As she speaks, I would like all of you to roll psychology. So Jason and Flo, you notice when she's speaking that now that her voice has changed a little bit, as though there's some other presence speaking through her, relaying all these truths, all this information. To Sam, you're kind of too out of it right now in terms of all the things that she's said to really notice any difference. And the same with you, Fred. But Jason and especially Flo, you recognize something, and you recognize that same presence that you saw through the window when you looked into your grandfather's hut, when you were bringing back timber and you saw this figure looking out from within.
Stop playing games. And Flo brings their other hand to the other side of the gun and points it. There's something wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me. I feel great. I feel better than I have in a long time.
No, you're not you. You're some
Thing.
creature.
What are you?
What are you?
What are they talking about, Julia? What's going on?
I think,
Is she possessed?
Maybe.
I think tonight could get any weirder, but this might be taking the cake. Hey, kid? How good of a
Yes.
shot are you?
Sorry?
How good of a shot are you?
Well, I probably should have added a few more points to my score, but not terrible.
Very interesting way to
That's a
answer
little
you.
differently.
In retrospect, it would have been better.
At least I have very high sanity, so that's good.
Genau.
Can't say the
So, would you like me to try?
I don't know. Maybe we should just step away.
I think you should all follow what I'm saying.
No, stop
And
talking. There's
And
something
activate
wrong.
the symbols in the right order. Isn't
Right.
that right, Jonathan? She says to the guy who's sort of in a trance, and he starts to like lurch towards you.
Flo shoots him.
Okay, cool. Roll.
Flo fails.
You shoot just past him, and he just keeps walking towards
Well,
you.
that answers my question, kid. Maybe we should start walking.
Flo starts backing away, but if they're still coming, Flo is gonna shoot again.
Shoot again. You miss again.
Very freaked out.
You're very freaked out, and your hand is not very steady, looking at this strange man who's lurching towards you slowly.
How close are the little boxes? Because we were in front of the boxes.
You're still standing like some distance away from these people. They're still like Fred is closer to them, but you are still like some distance away from them in front of the boxes.
This is what? This is a 2-shot? No. It's a 4-shot revolver? How many?
What?
I'm trying to see how many. 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have 8 pieces of ammo. Cool. I'm gonna go for it again.
Okay.
Man. Again.
Okay.
Wait, one
Sure.
thing.
Yeah, you shoot your last, well, not last, your third shot, and again
My
you
last
miss. So you
Here's
just
last
see
shot.
Flo like shoot 3 times, just blasting off 3 times and missing. Then you see Miles also start to undergo through some sort of change, and he also starts to lurch towards you.
Sam.
And he's like, wait, whoa! And he's like, starts to walk towards you, like as his like face contorts.
Jesus.
So
Wait.
Sam shoots now.
What?
Sam shoots.
Okay, Sam shoots also.
Yeah.
It occurs to you now that Juliet, although she's holding a gun now, it seems like she's not even concerned with the fact that you're shooting at her. It seems like she is very much calm and doesn't have a care in the world. As if there's an inevitability in what's going on.
Hey.
Sam, you shoot once with your handgun, and the bullet kind of just hammers through, and nothing in particular happens apart from a little spurt of black blood. I'd like all of you to do a power check.
Power check.
Not a power day.
Ooh. Ooh.
Fred Hilt
Fred.
is the only.
No.
You all.
What do I get? What do I achieve?
Surprise!
You all start to hear this like whisper inside of your head of like surrender, surrender, surrender. Fred, you also hear it, but you kind of like you're kind of just done with everything. You're just like you've had a bad day and you're done with everything and you're sick of this woman telling you what to do, and you hear this voice as well, but you know that it's bullshit.
I say bullshit. This is not a night for guns. And I walk forward and I tackle. Jonathan's the one that's in front. I just tackle him hard to the ground. Try to just. Drop
Okay,
him.
just roll a brawl.
Yeah, my 44 brawl.
We've been very successful with the brawling.
Yeah.
Hey, I blew a guy's head off with my hands.
That's true. You had help. I had a Derringer.
This is true.
Made it.
You tackle him
Nailed
to the
it.
ground. You tackle him to the ground. The rest of you all lose 1 sanity point.
Oh god.
Valid.
Wait.
And
And I yell, "Get him!"
but you all lose 1 sanity point. You still have some composure left, and you see a glow again. Now you all see the glow in Julia Hawk's eyes.
She's
And
possessed.
and where she's standing, you, Jason, you see the book thief, and Flo, you see the strange man that was in your grandfather's hut.
Are there any items nearby that would qualify as a weapon?
Roll luck.
Alright. There we are.
Sure. What kind of item are you looking for?
I was thinking maybe like a crowbar be nearby or something.
Sure, there's a crowbar. You're
Awesome.
lucky, there's a crowbar.
So I just grab this crowbar and I just go storming to this guy because I'm sick of seeing him. And Jason just swings straight for the head.
Okay, cool.
Is that a brawl?
That's a brawl.
I always had to find it. Do.
Unless you're like had a specific like melee weapon skill, then it's brawl.
Let me double check. That would just be in fighting skills, right? Then no.
Mm-hmm.
I only have brawl.
You just run over towards the guy and you just swing and you miss, and the guy just holds you and like starts pushing you down with inconceivable strength, and it just hurts your arm, and he just laughs at you. And then you now, for a moment, this man, Flo, as you see him pushing Jason down, you see a glimpse. For a moment, you feel like you see your grandfather, and he says, "You should get away, Flora. You should get away."
Flo runs for him to go attempt to help with the brawl.
Okay, cool. Roll brawl.
Flo is not a good brawler, friends.
Full power that on Jason.
Jada forgot how bad they are.
No one in this. Only Fred is good at brawl.
Yeah, but I'm like super bad.
Wow.
You also try to tackle.
I have fighting skill, but I don't have brawling.
It's just like the last fight.
What is your fighting skill?
I don't know. It just says fighting skill 2.
Oh, fighting skill 2.
1 and 2 and 3. For whatever reason, I have multiple fighting skills with skill.
Same.
We all do.
Okay. I think there's just like a default thing. I think that's if you use like a melee weapon or something.
Yeah, someone should be
I'd like to
killing
think it's
him.
kung fu, but
Sure.
that would also.
You also try to tackle this figure, and you fail. You try to tackle this figure, and you see your grandfather looking at you, and he says, "I am very disappointed in you."
I stumble. That's why I stumble on my way, like literally just face plant into the floor.
You face plant into the floor. Your nosebleed is now worse. You also see all the one of the figures makes their way over to one of the crates, and they like the guy that isn't restrained makes his way over to one of the crates and starts opening it.
So I tackled Jonathan, right? Was it Jonathan that I? And then
Mhm.
so the one that's free is it Miles? Okay.
Step away from that.
He just keeps opening the crate.
Sam tries to tackle him.
Okay, roll brawl.
Nice.
You manage to
go.
tackle him away from the crate.
Yeah. All right. Now shoot
We have
her.
to go. We have to get out of here.
Shoot her, Flo.
Well, Flo does have a derringer. Is Flo close enough?
I'd like you all to roll an intelligence check right now.
Not understanding.
Critical success.
Should I even bother?
On
shall
brand. On brand. Everyone except Fred is starting to realize that this is not a situation that, like, where winning seems to be an option. Like, whatever has taken over this woman, Julia, seems to be tied to this crate somehow, and you know that this is not a fight that you can win. Except Fred. You 100% think this is a fight that you can win.
Get her! Shoot him! Take him down! We got this!
The bullet just went through the last one, didn't even
Also Flo, because you rolled a 1, a critical success.
Wow.
You for a moment a flash goes through your head, and all the symbols from the note, they start to kind of like coalesce into a word. You also start to understand like all the symbols, like they're all part of the same cipher. And once all the words go together, like there's one word that emerges from it, the word Nyarlathotep.
My last.
Nyarlathotep. 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 One second, just read Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep. Was?
As you say that word, the crate, the center crate starts to shake a little bit.
This, we have to go. Sam,
We gotta
Fred,
go.
Jason, we have to go. There's something coming.
Yeah.
There's something coming.
Jason just kind of crawls away from, or is he still being held down by this person?
You're not being held down. You just fail to tackle them. They're just
Okay.
still moving as you're tackling them.
Right. Then he just kind of scrambles away from them, stands up, and yeah, they're not gonna stop. We can't stop them. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, the bullets are just going right through them. Let's go.
Run. We have to run. We have to go.
Yeah.
Do you all start running?
Yeah, Jason just starts running back from where Julia and crew came from.
It takes me a while because I hang back, like standing up from the floor. I stay and I say, "We should get him. We should charge him." And only after I see the backs of the three of them like disappear somewhere, only then will I realize that I need to turn my back and run away.
Okay, I'd like you to roll another power check.
Just me?
Yes, just you.
All right.
Extreme success.
Wow.
You feel the mind of whatever has taken over Julia. You feel it attacking you and like trying to take you over. But you manage, like a very powerful presence that seems tied to the crate. But you manage to shake it off as you're staring her down. And you still have freedom of movement for now. The rest of them are just like running off.
Okay. So before I go, I look at her and I say, "You can shake it off. You don't have to do this."
Okay. That's interesting. I'd like you then to roll another. No, because you had such an extreme success, I'd like you to roll a charm roll.
So
What's happening?
You find some inner power in yourself. A power that you also felt once when you were on an expedition and you saw something similar happen to one of the other archaeologists. You saw something in one of the crates start to take over their mind, and this is something that you've shaken off in the past because you didn't really think it happened. You always thought maybe this was just something you had imagined, but you have this memory coming back to you, and you remember when this happened that you reached into yourself and you found some sort of inner power, and you're channeling this power again, this mental strength that you use toward yourself, and you're imparting some of this into Julia. And I'd like you to remove 3 magic points. You're spending 3 magic points.
Oh. Yeah, I
Of
have
your-
magic points apparently.
Yes, everyone has magic points.
All right. Yeah, I spent 3 of them.
Didn't expect you to spend magic points, but this is what happens when we roll really well.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, you for a moment you like reach into her, you appeal to her mind underneath. For a moment, she kind of lapses into herself again, and whatever was in her eyes fades away. Then you feel this crate behind you shaking again, and you see Julia in front of you looking very scared. What have I done? What have I done? She says. Who is the let's see, who is the slowest here? So Sam, you have the lowest dexterity. So you are the one that is furthest behind as you're all running, and you manage to just hear Julia's voice say, "What have I done?" as you're all running away. And actually, I'd like Jason and Flo, you can roll a listen for me. Just to see if you hear this as well. If you hear that she's like kind of coming to her senses.
Figures.
So Jason, you hear this. Flo, as you're running, you just everywhere you look, you just see this figure looking at you, this strange figure, and you hear again your grandfather's voice telling this voice that isn't your grandfather's, but sounds like your grandfather telling you how disappointed he is in you. And you hear the ticking of the sound of a clock ticking. And then as the clock ticks, you hear it come to a halt. And
Stop.
you hear the voice again, a voice saying, "The deal is done. Your time is up."
Sam? Jason?
Yeah.
Flo stops running.
And then Jason stops because of Flo and because of the voice. Like, trying to split attention. What?
Something's wrong. Something.
Looking back now, because you heard it, Jason, you see Fred standing with Julia. Julia is kind of like, again, looking a bit like herself.
What the hell? Hey, look. He kind of points out at the scene.
I take Julia's hand in mine, and I turn to face that crate, the crate that is shaking.
You go towards the crate?
Go towards it?
No. I just turn towards it and look to see
thank
what's
goodness.
happening.
This would be typically Fred.
Are you with her, Fred? Are you with her now?
Of course he is.
Do I see anything weird from the crate?
You see also the two other figures. They're starting to touch some of the crates. They're opening them. One of them is partially open, and you see a small statuette.
Okay, I'm really conflicted. Oh my god. I told Julia, run. Tell them what happened. Tell them exactly what happened. Tell them all the truth of what you did.
Who? Who should I tell?
Them. I point towards where they were, like where they left, the place where they ran out, like the direction that they went.
We're kind of like waving Fred over.
Fred, come on, run!
Nah, he's with her. He's with her.
I leave her hand. I say, go to them, and I want to. How large is the statue?
The statuette in
heavy?
the small crate?
Yeah,
It's about like a meter tall.
a meter. I will. In my.
It looks like a human figure.
The plan is to grab it and run after them with the statue in my hands.
Okay, cool, excellent. Julia is very confused. She doesn't really know what to do, and looks kind of like horrified as you go and try to grab the statue. Do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Flo, you still hear like the voice of your grandfather. You're like all like shaken, and Jason, you start hearing the laughter of the book thief, and Sam, you start hearing the sound of bombshells, like remembering from the trenches, and then you see Sam, no, sorry, not Sam, Fred, grab the statue from within one of the crates.
No,
And as
Fred.
as Fred grabs it, the other crates start to shake. So which of the crates is it? Which of the statues? Let me just see. I'm just gonna roll a die to see. So it's the one you're grabbing the statue on the crate with the sickle symbol, and as you do that, I'd like you to roll a power check.
Well, had some luck with it up till now. Yeah.
Success. You grab it, and then you lift it. It's quite heavy, but you still lift it, and you start to feel a presence, as if the statue is starting to like cut into your skin. And then the other crates around begin to shake and burst.
Again, the plan is to just run out with the statue towards them and then yell at them, "Run, run, we're running away."
Flo starts running again.
Excellent. You all start running, and Fred, I'd like you to roll a hard dexterity check. Actually, like a really hard dexterity check.
Extreme?
Extreme, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh man, wow, that was really low.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You, as you grab it, and all the other crates burst open, and you see all these different statuettes that are all each holding, like, kind of a papyrus roll made out of stone, each with one of the symbols on. And then they all start glowing, and each of the statues, one by one, starts to shatter. And then the crate in the middle bursts open, and you see a massive statuette within it, huge statuette, like 3 meters tall, starting to glow, and it looks at you, and I'd like you to roll an extreme power roll.
No.
Oh.
You feel, as the others are running, you feel this presence boring into your mind and starting to take over. And then you hear a voice that says, "Finally, I am free."
Do we hear the voice?
And yes, you hear the voice. Everyone rolls sanity.
Yeah.
Scheiße.
An extreme sanity roll.
Oh, an
sorry.
extreme sanity roll.
Extreme.
But 6 is enough for an extreme sanity roll.
Wait, what did I?
Okay.
Oh, as a failure anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jason, you succeed. You shake it off. Let's see. So everyone loses. Everyone who fails loses 3 sanity points. And Jason, you only lose 1.
Okay.
Fred, unfortunately, you, as this presence takes over your mind, Fred Hilt is no more.
Oh.
Your sanity is ripped away from you, and whatever presence was in this crate is taking over your mind, and you feel it controlling everything you do, your every movement. And the only thought that comes into your mind as you're looking is, "I must collect the debt. I must destroy them all." And you all, those of you, if you look back, you see Fred just before you run off. You see Fred look up, and you see his eyes have the same glaze as Julia's did, but it's more severe, and it's almost as if his mind is pulling toward you.
Sam shoots at him.
Okay. I like Sam to roll a firearms check, a regular firearms check. You shoot at the possessed figure of Fred, but you miss. Instead, you hit the statue, and a little bit of it chips off, and you see a red glow within it. And you all hear this voice in your head, and a chorus of other voices from your past as you're running off, trying to escape this thing that is now released. This thing that may be related to the name Nyarlathotep. And that's where we leave off for tonight.
Yes.
Fred, we barely knew you, didn't trust you, didn't like you very much, but this is unfortunate.
What a rough day.
It was a very rough day for Fred. Unfortunately, Fred met an early end at the hands of the madness within the crate.
Very sad.
Yes. So yes, this was episode 3 of The Last Voyage.
I do not foresee good things for our sanity.
We're already down 1. People are already going slightly insane. Tune in next week, same time, for the last episode of this voyage of ours. And if you couldn't tune in to watch, you're welcome to watch the video on YouTube, which will be up next week. Figment RP is a channel with 2 shows now. This is the second of the shows. The other show goes on every week, Monday at 7:30, same time as this one, 7:30 Central European Standard Time. It's called Questers of Yalpalor, and is much nicer and whimsical than this one, where we follow a bunch of unlikely adventurers of different shapes and personalities as they go off on a quest in the land of Yalpalor. It is GM'd by Itamar, who here is the late Fred Hilt, and also has Jada here as one of its players, and a group of other wonderful players. So if you want to watch more RP goodness, tune in on Monday, and if you want to watch the last episode of this, tune in on Friday next week. I have been Troels. This has been Chandler, Jada, Itamar, and Kathy. Have a wonderful weekend, and good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.